Guys, I'm starting a new section on my channel. It's called Cam Chronicles, where I talk about uncomfortable things that have happened to me in my life. And if I can remember them, sometimes they come to me, but this one has stuck with me for a really, really, really long time. Let me tell you, like with how bad my memory is, you're going to remember stuff like this. I don't think anybody would. I don't care how bad your memory is. You don't forget this kind of stuff. So Sears. We like Sears. Sears, back in the day offered a lifetime warranty on a brand named Craftsman. And I had all their tools. My dad gave them to me. I think they were his tools. And, he's had them all his life. Very sentimental to me. So, if I keep them around, I will. So I go to Sears for the first time in my life. It's kind of cool and, annoying, kind of advertisements, really outdated, kind of colors and not really up with the times. So go in, they offer, appliances, blah, 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 blah. They have a whole section for Craftsman. So I'm walking over to Craftsman, no problem. Got the tools in hand, show it to them. They're like, yeah, you don't even have to show a receipt. That's how great it is. Back in the day when you could just show a product and they'd replace it right there on the spot, that's awesome. Just absolutely, just hands down. That was the good old days. Continuing on, they give me all the tools I need, and I decide I need to use the bathroom. And when I go to the bathroom, I don't think anything of it. Someone follows me in, whatever, I'm a dude. I don't got to worry. So I get into my stall. He gets in the stall next to me. I do my business, no problem. I get out, wash my hands. My hands were really dirty because I was working on a car. So, I just took a little bit more time. He finally comes out. And like in a horror story, he's looking at you through the glass, trying to get you to make eye contact. And I was dumb enough to do that. And when I made eye contact, he smiles, looks down, and I follow. And lo and behold, he's got his wang out, flailing it around, helicopter meat swinging like it's a free sample at Sam's Club. I'm speechless. I've got no way to be able to comprehend such a display of depravity that has never ever been able to process in my mind the dissonance that I have to get through in order to be able to comprehend what the heck he's asking of me. And I finally just kind of look at him and I shake my head no. And I go like this. He darts for the door, and I swear, I've never seen a guy walk like this in my life, but he must have had his wang still out, or he was trying to, zip it back in, maybe clipping it on the teeth. I certainly hope he broke skin, because that's insane. Absolutely the most depravity that I've ever had to deal with in my life. And it's probably going to get worse, actually. I've got a lot to live. But, yeah, man, you're not safe. Especially when you go to Sears. Thank God they're closing down all their stores.